Crash bars have been installed at several dangerous turns on the road across Region 6. Leon Susaran reports.
Highway crash bars and rails adorn roadways and highways in developed and developing countries around the world. Governments invest in them to improve and enhance the safety of motorists and other road users. Crash bars are intended to act as a defense for vehicles in the process of crashing from going into the canals, waterways, and ditches. These structures could also prevent further loss of life, damages to vehicles, and lessen the degree to which calamity would escalate in the event of an accident. Recently, the Ministry of Public Infrastructure, in collaboration with the Region 6 administration, embarked on a project that saw the installation of crash bars at several crucial turns and bends across the New Amsterdam, East Kanji, and the Lower Corentyne areas. Region 6 Chairman Mr. David Armagan elaborates.
That project came from the Ministry of Public Infrastructure, having recognized that at some of these turns there were accidents before, and so a lot of motorists have been running off the road, especially if you bank the turns with great speed, you end up in the ditch.
The bars have been installed around the Esplanade Road bend, a treacherous approach for motorists, at the Palmyra turn and the Borlum turn off the number 19 highway. These turns have been the hotspots for numerous road accidents and collisions in the past. While the bars have been erected, the chairman also cautioned motorists.
And so what they're doing there now is to try to prevent motorists from running into the ditch. But the fear is that if motorists don't continue to take their time and engage these turns with some degree of slowness, then the rails can become even more harmful, because what we have noticed in the past is that when you go into the ditch, your vehicle is not so badly damaged, and in most cases, it doesn't result in loss of life and limbs. But with these steel plates, steel thing around there now, and if you decide to go wrong with the same speed that we have seen before, then you will find yourself not only probably losing your life and maybe break your limbs, but you might also find very great damages to your vehicle. So it has its plus and it has its minus, because and so motorists have to be careful. The whole idea is that you got to be careful. But you know, some of these things you'd find them in a lot of these Caribbean islands. You'll find them a lot in some of the developed countries as well, because it's a way of preventing motorists from, crossing over the bar and getting into the ditch. But as I said, it has its plus and it has its minuses. And people got to be careful generally. So
the bars are the first of its kind in the East and West Berbice areas, and the chairman hinted that more areas could soon see the installation of additional crash bars. Vehicular accidents and the level of safety on the roadways in Berbice have always been hot topics for the general public, even politicians. At one time, the previous government had implemented a stray catching program to rid the roadways of stray animals. That initiative faded into the sunset not too long after. The current administration is therefore urged to resuscitate this initiative to deal with the numerous animals that create havoc for motorists on the roadways across Berbice. And Berbicians also continue to lament, as they have been under the previous administration, for lights along the number 19 highway on the Corentyne. For Channel 8 News, I am Leon Susaran.